Hi, in today's video, we are talking about my most recent fabric hauls. If you're new here, my name is Alisha. I'm a wife, mom, middle school educator by day, and a sewing content creator on the nights and weekends. This fabric haul video pretty much spans purchases that I've made from June, July, and August. Most of these fabrics are for projects for myself, but there are 3 fabrics that I purchased in Australia that are for my daughter. If you didn't watch the recap video of our Australia trip, we did visit a Spotlight, which is the Australian version of Joann. It was so fun to go back and visit, to see my patterns in stores. I can share some clips right here. But really, it was just good to be able to walk inside a big box store and touch fabric again and touch patterns in real time. So I did end up buying 3 different fabrics from Spotlight. None of the fabrics were for me though, they were for my daughter. It almost felt overwhelming when we went shopping because I didn't really know what I was like looking for. I was just really overwhelmed. Honestly, I know that sounds cheesy, but with emotion to be back in a store like Joann. I feel like Joann was just always a place I could pop in and go and grab a couple things here or there. And so it was kind of like that overwhelming feeling of like just so sad that we don't have that anymore, and just another feeling of like, God, I miss Joann. But it was fun to be back. So I didn't really shop with anything in mind. Whatever spoke to me. So some of these fabrics are gonna seem really random, and that's fine. The first fabric that I got from Spotlight is actually a tribute to my deepest fear from Australia. And you might be thinking, oh, spiders and snakes. I'm not scared of spiders and snakes in Australia. I feel like that is the biggest misconception. Are they big? Absolutely, they are big. But you're not just gonna walk into a place and like see a random snake or spider. Like, your doors have to be open. They're sneaking in. So my biggest fear in Australia is the birds. I had to have this fabric. It is so cute, and I know that it's a fabric that you cannot get in the US. And so this is a Spotlight design dedicated to literally all the different types of Australian birds. So you've got the kookaburra, you've got galars, basically all the birds that make the most noise. So I believe I got 1 meter of this, and so that is more than enough to make my daughter a garment. And so I'm not sure what I have planned for this. I just knew I needed it in my stash. It is a cotton twill fabric, so it's a little bit on the heavier side. It's not as lightweight as a real cotton, and so these will probably turn into like a jacket or a pair of pants. I just haven't decided yet. I just think they're so cute. I love all the birds. I love whoever this artist is. Well done. You've like nailed it on the birds. And the birds literally don't stop making noise all night long. Like, I remember laying in bed one night when I was overcoming jet lag, and it was 3 a.m. and the birds were still just making so much noise. So anyways, it's my tribute to the Australian birds. They're terrifying, they're loud, they swoop, but they're also just beautiful. We have boring birds. Our birds are so boring here in America. The next fabric I grabbed from Spotlight is this bow fabric. Again, I have no idea what I'm gonna make out of it, but I just thought it was so cute. My daughter is still suffering in the lack of like full, beautiful hair that can be styled. So oftentimes, because she is so tall, she gets mistaken for a boy if she's dressed in any neutrals. So I just snagged this because, like, I mean, ultimately someone will probably still call her a boy because there's blue bows on it, but I don't know. I just thought this fabric was so cute for like a little girl's outfit. So again, no plans for it, but I had to snag it. The last fabric I snagged from Australia is this like protea slash, I know they're not technically Australian natives, but that's what we call them, Australian native flowers, the different gum leaves. And so my husband really liked this fabric. He was the one that actually pointed it out. And then I came back to it at the end of our shopping trip and snagged it. So again, I don't have any plans for it. It just is quintessential Australia. Our daughter's room is also themed Australian. That was done on purpose just because she lives here in the US, but I really wanted her to love her Australian side. It is really sad that since we've come back on our trip, she keeps wanting to ask to go to Nana's house, and she's not of the age to understand that like Nana's house is really far away. Like that's why we were on 2 planes and a bus and why it took so long. And so I'm hoping that if I can make her garments that are like nods to Australia, she still keeps that love for Australia until she can understand. And like we do try to see them often, and so yeah, I want her to continue to love her other country because she is half American, half Australian. The next 3 fabrics are definitely fabrics that scream home ec teacher. So if that's not you, it's okay. These fabrics are so cute. So I'm sure someone in your life would love them if they love, for instance, pasta. Yeah. I had to snag this fabric from Fabric Godmother. This is so cute to me. While we don't make pasta in home ec because my classroom periods are only 47 minutes long, so we do not have enough time to make pasta. I don't have enough storage in my classroom to save 6 periods worth of food for 6 different kitchens. That would be like 36 different groups to save in one fridge. I just don't have the space. So we do make pasta, like we use pasta in class to make like penne Alfredo, and then sometimes the kids make mac and cheese. It just depends on what type of recipe we're gonna do that semester, or now quarter units is what I'm teaching, so every 10 weeks. But I thought, like, how fun would this be to be like a fun, I haven't decided yet, like a fun dress, maybe pants. I don't know if like pasta pants are too loud, but I know I'll find the perfect combo. But I knew I also needed this fabric, like I needed it. So yeah, because we use bow tie pasta in class, and sometimes we use the spaghetti for penne Alfredo. So screams home ec, had to have it from Fabric Godmother. Next, I just had to have it. It's butter. My classroom is like, I wouldn't say my classroom is butter themed, but I have a lot of posters about butter, and students definitely like struggle with butter measurements, and so we deal with butter a lot in the recipes that we use in class. So this is from Fluid and Drape. It was a remnant, and so they no longer have like this colorway, but I still know they have other butter options, so I will show those here. But again, I don't know what I'm going to use with this. I love it so much. I know it'll come to me when I see the perfect pattern for it, but originally I was like, maybe I just make it an apron for class, but I always forget to like take my apron on and off at school, and I don't know if I want an apron full of butter. I don't know. It might become an apron. That's what I'm thinking. But I think it would be cute as like a skirt or something too, like a cute little skirt. I got 2 yards, so it has to be a fabric that can fit 2 yards. Or not a fabric, a pattern. The last home ec fabric is this tomato pincushion print from Lyrical Fabrics, and they have come out with so many different versions and takes of this design. I love it so much. These are going to be transformed into the Bobby overalls. I just posted about that last week for patterns I want to make this semester, but I'm definitely going to make the overalls out of these. I was inspired by Peasant Extraordinaire, so this is my original inspo photo. I know she self-drafted those, like she makes it very clear in her Instagram post that it was a self-drafted pattern, because I would love to copy her pattern. But the Bobby overalls are close. They have a barrel leg shape instead of a wide leg shape, but I just think that these are gonna be so cute as overalls. I wear overalls a ton in class, so this was a no-brainer. Like, we're gonna make those into overalls. The next 3 fabrics I got, 2 of them were also from Lyrical, and then the remainder was from Mood, and these are all from upcoming projects that I wanna make that I posted about last week in patterns that I wanna make. So I'll kind of repost what I'm gonna do here, but if you want more inspiration, you should go watch that video. Okay, so the first fabric is this lovely knit fabric. It's called Espresso Mini Dot, and it's an organic cotton jersey from Lyrical Fabric, and I got 3.5 yards. And this is what's gonna be my Uma dress from Friday Pattern Co. So they just released the pattern. This is what I'm going to make it in, and it's so cute. So I'm excited to have that be complete. I'm also a sucker for fabric stores that sell the matching thread. So that way I don't even have to run out to the store anymore or try to order online. I just know, like, I don't have to guess. So this is for the first fabric that I chose. And then the second fabric that I chose is this, it's hard to see the detail and I'm sorry for the shadows, but you can see there, this is the Cream Waffle Blossom Cotton Jacquard. And so I am excited to make the Hues dress out of this one. It's very lightweight, but you know, it's still not, it's not see-through. So I am excited to make this into the Hues dress. I just think that this is a very classy print. And it's one that, I don't know, maybe I'll wear this to back to school night. So I just love the textures, and I think it's something interesting for a very simple pattern design, because I feel like the Hues dress is just panels. And so I think this will translate really well into that panel feature of that pattern. And the last fabric I got was from Mood, and this is a lace fabric. And I had mentioned in my previous video how I am planning to use this lace in particular for 2 different patterns. So the first pattern are the coastal bottoms, or I don't know if they're called trousers or bottoms off the top of my head. And again, sorry if I butcher the name of the designer, but by Laura Pierre. And so I love her take on these bloomer type pants, and I definitely wanted to make them into lace. I will line the part at the top of the pant. She has in her pattern instructions, the instructions how to make a lining if you're using a fabric that is not opaque. So I'm definitely going to follow that. And then I'm also going to use this fabric. I got enough yardage. I believe I bought 5 yards. Because you have to remember I'm also 6'2", so sometimes patterns are like designed for 5'7", so I'm always having to add that length. So I always add on extra fabric when I purchase for different patterns. But I'm also going to make the slash dress out of this fabric too, because my inspiration originally was what Abby wore when she made it. I'm also gonna do the cap sleeves, and then if I wear it at school, then I'll put like a, you know, an off-white tank top underneath. So you still see the silhouette of the top, but if I'm wearing it to, like, let's say, I don't know, locally, a winery on a date night, maybe Tennessee, although I am not somebody who wears white to a wedding. Like, I am not gonna rain on someone else's parade when they're the bride, so I probably won't wear this to Tennessee, but I think it's a fun one. It's a cute one. It's gonna look cute with denim. It's gonna look, I mean, shoot, I could even pair them together, like the coastal trousers and the slash top, and have it be a set. I'm just really excited about the slash top, and I just think this lace is so fun. It definitely has, I'm gonna try to show you what it looks like when, so it's definitely got a lot going on, but the embroidery is beautiful and I love this so much. So that concludes my fabric haul from May, June, and August. I'm really excited about creating as the new school year starts, and just making pieces that are fun, that some will work for the classroom, some definitely aren't for the classroom, but I'm excited to see how it all comes together. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you like and subscribe, and until next time,